Hello friends, in this video we are going to see about the Indo-Pakistani wars and conflict. Let's start this video friends. Indo-Pakistani wars and conflicts. Since the partition of British India into 1947 and creation of dominance of India and Pakistan, the two countries have been involved in a number of wars, conflicts and military standoffs. The Kashmir issue and across the border terrorism have been the cause of conflict between the two countries, mostly with the exception of Indo-Pakistani War of 1971, where conflict originated due to turmoil in erstwhile East India, that is now called as Bangladesh. Now we can see about the background of this. The partition of India came about in the aftermath of World War II, when both Great Britain and British India were dealing with the economic stress caused by war and its demobilization. It was the intention of those who wished for a Muslim state to come from British India to have an clean partition between independent and equal Pakistan and Hindustan once independence came. Nearly one-third of Muslim population of British India remained in India. Intercommunal violence between the Hindus, Sikhs and Muslims resulted in between 2 lakh and 20 million casualties, leaving 14 million people displaced. Princely state in India were provided with an instrument of accession to accede into any one of Union of India and Pakistan. Now we can see the wars of this Indo-Pakistani wars. Indo-Pakistani War of 1947. The war, also called the First Kashmiri War, started in October 1947 when Pakistan feared that the Maharaja of the princely state of Kashmir and Jammu would accede to India. Following partition, princely states were left to choose whether to join India or Pakistan or to remain independent. Jammu and Kashmir, the largest state of the princely states, had a majority Muslim population and a significant fraction of Hindu population, all ruled by the Hindu Maharaja Hari Singh. Tribal Islamic force with the support from the army of Pakistan attacked and occupied parts of the princely state, forcing the Maharaja to sign the instrument of accession of the princely state to Dominion of India to receive Indian military aid. The United Nations Security Council passed Resolution 47 on 22 April 1948. The French solidified gradually along what came to be known as the Line of Control. A formal ceasefire was declared at 23:59 on the night of 11:59 on the night of 1st January 1949. India gained control of about two-thirds of the state, Kashmir Valley, Jammu and Ladakh, whereas Pakistan gained roughly a third of the Kashmir. The Pakistan, that is Azad Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan. The Pakistan controlled areas are collectively referred to as Pakistan administered Kashmir. Indo-Pakistan War of 1965. This war started following Pakistan Operation Gibraltar, which has resigned to infiltrate forces into Jammu and Kashmir to precipitate an insurgency against rule by India. India related by launching a full-scale military attack on West Pakistan. The 17-day war caused thousands of casualties on both sides and witnessed the largest engagement of armored vehicles and the largest tank battle since World War II. The hostilities between the countries ended after a ceasefire was declared following diplomatic invasion by the Soviet Union and USA, and the subsequent issuance of the Tashkent Declaration. India had the upper hand over Pakistan when the ceasefire was declared. The Indo-Pakistani War of 1971. This war was unique in the way that It did not involve the issue of Kashmir but was rather precipitated by the crisis created by the political battle brewing in the erstwhile East Pakistan, now it's called as Bangladesh, between Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, leader of the East Pakistan, and Yahya Khan and Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, leader of the West Pakistan. This could culminate in the declaration of independence of Bangladesh from the state system of Pakistan. Following Operation Searchlight and the 1971 Bangladesh atrocities, about 10 million Bengalis in East Pakistan took refuge in neighboring India. India intervened in the ongoing Bangladesh liberation movement. After large-scale pre-emptive strike by Pakistan, full-scale hostilities between the two countries commenced. Pakistan attacked several places along India's western borders with Pakistan, but the Indian army successfully held their position. The Indian army quickly responded to the Pakistan army movement in the west and made some initial gains, including capturing around 5,795 square miles of Pakistan territory, that is, land gained by India in Pakistani Kashmir, Pakistani Punjab and Sindh sector, but gifted it back to Pakistan in the Shimla Agreement of 1972 as a gesture of goodwill. Within 2 weeks of intense fighting, Pakistan forces in East Pakistan surrendered to joint command of Indian and Bangladeshi forces, following which the People's Republic of Bangladesh was created. This war saw the highest number of casualties in any of the Indo-Pakistani conflicts, as well as the largest number of prisoners of war since the Second World War, after the surrender of more than 90,000 Pakistani military and civilians. In the words of one Pakistani author, Pakistani lost half its navy, a quarter of its air force and the third of its army. Now we can see Indo-Pakistani War of 1999, commonly known as the Kargil War. This conflict between the two countries was mostly limited during early 1999. Pakistani troops infiltrated across the line of control, that is LOC, and occupied Indian territory, mostly in the Kargil district. India responded by launching a major military and diplomatic offensive to drive out the Pakistani infiltrators. 2 months into the conflict, Indian troops had slowly retaken most of the ridges that were encroached by the infiltrators. According to official counts, as an estimated 75% to 80% of the entered area and nearly all high ground was back under Indian control. Fearing large-scale escalation in military conflict, the international community led by the US increased diplomatic pressure on the Pakistan to withdraw forces from remaining Indian territory. Faced with the possibility of international isolation, the already fragile Pakistani economy was weakened further. The morale of Pakistani forces that the withdrawal declined, as many units of the Northern Light Infantry suffered heavy casualties. The government refused to accept the dead bodies of many officers, an issue that provoked outrage and protest in the northern areas. Pakistan initially did not acknowledge many of its casualties, but Nawaz Sharif later said that over 4,000 Pakistani troops were killed in the operation, and that Pakistan had lost the conflict. By the end of the July 1999, organized hostilities in the Kargil district had ceased. The war was major military defeat for the Pakistani army. Other armed engagements now we are going to see about. Apart from the aforementioned war, there have been skirmishes between the two nations from time to time. Some have border on all-out war, others were limited in scope. The countries were accepted to fight each other in 1955 after war-like posturing on both sides, but full-scale war did not break out. Standing on the conflicts. Insurgency in Jammu and Kashmir. As insurgency in Kashmir has been a cause for heightened tension, India has also accused Pakistan-backed militant groups of executing several terrorist attacks across India. Shikan conflict. In 1984, India launched Operation Megdot of capturing all of the Sichuan glacier. Further clashes erupted in the glacial area in 1985, 1987 and 1995 as Pakistan sought without success to oust India from its stronghold. Insurgency in Balochistan and the insurgency in Balochistan province of India has also caused tension recently. Pakistan has accused India of causing the insurgency. The help of outstanding Baloch leader militant groups of the terrorist organization like the Balochistan Liberatory Army. According to Pakistani officials, these military are trained in neighboring Afghanistan. In 2016, Pakistan alleged that an Indian spy Kulbus Jadhav was arrested by Pakistan forces during a counter intelligence operation in Balochistan. Now we are going to see about past skirmishes and standoffs. Operation Brass Tacks, the largest of its kind in South Asia. It was conducted by India between November 1986 and March 1987. November 1986 and March 1987. Pakistani mobilization in response raised tension and fears that it could lead to another wars between the two neighbors. Now next topic is 2001 and 2002 India-Pakistani standoff. The terrorist attack on the Indian Parliament on 13 December 2001, which India blamed on the Pakistan-based terrorist organization Lazar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed, prompted the 2001 to 2002 India-Pakistan standoff and brought both sides close to war. 2008 India-Pakistan standoff. A standoff between the two nations following the 2008 Mumbai and attacks, which was diffused by diplomatic effort following 10 coordinators shooting and bombing attacks across Mumbai, India's largest city. Tension heightened between the two countries since India claimed integration result, alleging Pakistan ISI supporting the attackers while Pakistan denied it. Pakistan placed its air force on alert and moved troops to the Indian border, voicing concern about proactive movements of the Indian army. And the Indian government possibly plans to launch attacks on Pakistani soil. The tension diffused in a short time and Pakistan moved in troops away from borders. Now we can see about India-Pakistan border skirmish 2016 to 2018. On 29 September 2016, border skirmish between India and Pakistan began following reported surgical strikes by India against militant launches pad across the line of control in Pakistani administered Kashmir, killing a large number of terrorists. Pakistan rejected that a strike took place, stating that Indian troops are not crossing the LOC but had only skirmished with Pakistani troops at the border, resulting in deaths of 2 Pakistani soldiers and wounding of 9. Pakistani rejected India's report of any other casualties. Pakistan sources reported that at least 8 Indian soldiers were killed in the exchange and 1 was captured. India confirmed that one of its soldiers was in Pakistani custody but denied that it was linked to the incident or that any one of its soldiers had been killed. The Indian operation was said to be retaliation for a militant attack on the Indian Army at URI on 18 September in the Indian administered state of Jammu and Kashmir that left 19 soldiers dead. In the succeeding days and months, India and Pakistan continued to exchange fire along the border in Kashmir, resulting in dozens of military and civilians casualties on both sides. 2019 India-Pakistan standoff. The last year's standoff on February 14, 2019, a suicide attack on convoy of India CRPF resulted in death of at least 40 troops. The responsibility attacks was claimed by Pakistan-based Jaish-e-Mohammed. 12 days later, on February 2019, India jets crossed international borders to conduct airstrike on alleged camp of Jem in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province of Pakistan. India claimed that it killed a very large number of militants belonging to JEM. That is, Pakistan rejected to have suffered any losses. According to sources and satellite imagery analysis, India Air Force appears to cause minimal damage to the building concerned. The incident escalated the tension between India and Pakistan. The following day, India and Pakistani Air Force got locked on an aerial engagement. Pakistani claimed to have shot down 2 Indian aircrafts and capturing one pilot, Abhinandan Vardhaman. Pakistani military official claimed that wreckage of one India aircraft fell in Pakistan administered Kashmir while the other one fell in India administered Kashmir, rumored to be Skohoi Su-30 MKI. Meanwhile, India version was about loss of MiG-21 while shooting down a Pakistan F-16. The IAF also displayed remnants of AIM-120 AMRAAM missile that they claimed could only be fired by F-16's airplane. The missiles were said to have fired against the jammed by Su-30 by IAF. In the Pakistan rejected the India claim of an F-16 shot down. It initially released 3 hours later on display. All 4 air-to-air missile on MiG Bison with all missile seeker head recovered intact from the wreckage, however, with mid-body of one of R-73 destroyed, and claimed that non-missiles were ever fired. Following the threats of a full-scale war, Abhinandan was released within 2 days. The Pentagon correspondent of Foreign Policy magazine in a report claimed that Pakistan invited the United States to physically counsel its F-16 planes after the incident. 2 senior US defense officials told Foreign Policy that US personnel recently counted Pakistan F-16s and found none missing. India released the electronic footage of aerial engagement to assert its claims. The Pentagon rejected the magazine report of any count ever conducted. Standoff followed with intermittent firing across the LOC. Month later, on 8 August, India on its Air Force Day flew same Su-30 Avengers 1 in parade that was earlier being speculated to have shot down. Incident. Atlantic Q incident. Pakistan Navy naval air arm Breguet Atlantic patrol plane carrying 16 people on board was shot down by the Indian Air Force for alleged violation of airspace. The episode took place in the Rann of Kutch on 10 August 1999, just a month after the Kargil war, creating a tension atmosphere between India and Pakistan. Foreign diplomats noted that the plane fell inside Pakistan territory, although it have crossed the borders. However, they also believes that India's reaction was unjustified. Pakistan later logged a compensation claim at the International Court of Justice, accusing India for the incident, but the court dismissed the case in a split decision, ruling the court did not have jurisdiction. The 2011 India-Pakistan border shooting incident took place between 30 August and 1 September 2011 across the line of control in Kupwara district, Neelam Valley, resulting in 5 Indian soldiers and 3 Pakistani soldiers being killed. Both countries gave different accounts of the incident, each accusing the other of initiating the hostilities. 2019 India-Pakistan border incident India-Pakistan incident in the Mendar sector of Jammu and Kashmir due to beheading of an Indian soldier. A total of 22 soldiers 12 Indians and 10 Pakistanis died. 2014 to 2016 India-Pakistan border skirmishes in Arnia sector of Jammu and Kashmir due to killing of 1 soldier of border security forces and injured 3 soldiers and 4 civilians by Pakistan Rangers. India-Pakistan border skirmish 2016 to 2018. Now we can see about the nuclear weapons. The nuclear conflict between the both countries is of passive strategic nature, with the nuclear doctrine of Pakistan stating a first strike policy, although the strike would only be initiated if the Pakistan armed forces are unable to halt an invasion or an nuclear strike is launched against Pakistan, whereas India has declared a policy of no first use. Pokhran 1. On 18 May 1974, India detonated an 8 kiloton nuclear device at Pokhran test range, becoming the first nation to become nuclear capable outside the 5 permanent members of the United Nations Security Council, as well as dragging Pakistan along with it into a nuclear arm race, with the Pakistani prime prefer having a nuclear bombs even if they have to eat grass. The Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission chairman Munir Ahmad Khan said that the test would force Pakistan to test its our nuclear bomb. And Kirana 1. In the 1980s, a series of 24 different cold tests were conducted by PAEC, that is Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission, led by Chairman Munir Ahmad Khan under extreme secrecy. The tunnels of at Kirana Hills, Saragad are reported to have been boarded after the Chagai nuclear test sites. It is widely believed that the tunnels were constructed sometime between 1979 and 1983. As in Chagai, the tunnels at Kirana Hills had been bored and then sealed, and this task was also undertaken by PAEC's DTD. Later, due to excessive US intelligence and satellite focus on the Kirana Hills site, it was abandoned and nuclear weapons testing was shifted to the Kala Chitang range. Pokhran 2 Operation Shakti. On 11 May 1998, India detonated another 5 nuclear devices that Pokhran test range. with jubilation and large-scale approval from the Indian society came international sanction as a reaction to this test. The most vehement reaction of all coming from Pakistan. Great ire was raised in Pakistan, which issued a stern statement claiming that India was instigating a nuclear arms race in the region. Pakistan vowed to match India's nuclear capability with statements like we are in a headlong arms race on the subcontinent. Chagai won. Within half a month of Pokhran 2 on 28 May 1998, Pakistan detonated 5 nuclear devices to reciprocate India in the nuclear arms race. Pakistani public, like the Indian, reacted with a celebration and a heightened sense of nationalism for responding to India in a kind and becoming the only Muslim nuclear power. The day was later given the title Yo.M. Takbir to further proclaim such. Now we can say about the Chagai 2. 2 days later, on May 30, 1998, Pakistan detonated a 6th nuclear device, completing its own series of underground tests with this being the last the two nations have carried out to date. Annual celebrations. The nation of South Asia observes National and Armed Forces Specific Day, which originates from conflicts between India and Pakistan as follows. On 28 May 1998 as Yokami Takbir in Pakistan, the Day of Greatness. 26 July 1999 as Kargil Vijay Divas in India, known Kargil Victory Day. 6th September 1965 as Defense Day in Pakistan. 7th September as Air Force Day in Pakistan. 8th September as 1965, these three are 1965, as Victory Day or Navy Day in Pakistan. 4 December 1971 as Navy Day in India. 16 December 1971 as Vijay Divas and Vijay Divas, Victory Day in India and Bangladesh. 29 September 2018 as Prakram Parav. Involvement of other nations. Soviet Union. The USSR remained then neutral during the 1965 war and played a pivotal role in negotiating the peace agreement between India and Pakistan. The Soviet Union provided diplomatic and military assistance to India during the 1971 war. In response to the US and UK deployment of the aircraft carriers USS Enterprise and HMS Eagle, Moscow sent nuclear submarines and warship with anti-ship missile in the Arabian Sea and Indian Ocean respectively. The involvement of United States. The US had not given any military aid to Pakistan in the Indo-Pakistani War of 1965. The US provided diplomatic and military support to Pakistan during 1971 war, sending USS Enterprises into the Indian Ocean. The US did not support Pakistan during the Kargil War and successfully pressured the Pakistan administration to end hostilities. The China involvement. China had helped Pakistan in various wars with diplomatic support. Russia's involvement. Russia maintained a non-belligerent policy for both sides. Russia helped negotiate peace in 2001 and 2002 and helped divert the 2008 crisis. In popular culture, these wars have been proved sources material for both India and Pakistan film and television dramatic who have adapted events of the war for the purpose of drama and to release target audience in their nation. The Indian films are Hindustan Ki Kasam, 1973 Hindi war film based on Operation Kastil Lily of the 1970 in the Pakistan war. That was directed by Chetan Anand. Akraman at 1975 Hindi war. film based on the 1917 Indo-Pakistan War, directed by J. Prakash. There was many movies that was made by this Indo-Pakistani wars. There are nearly 15 to 20 movies in India and Pakistan. Thank you for watching this video, friends. The thing I'm going to ask you in this video is, if you are in the military of India and Pakistan, while in the Kargil war, what will you do when the Kargil war begins? Thank you for watching this video, friends.